loves you. God loves me. And God loves everybody. God loves you. God loves me. And God loves everybody. Woo! Hello, everybody. Hi, and welcome to the Mrs. Wonderful Show. My name is Mrs. Wonderful, and this is Tony, your co-host. Woo! Hello. Yes, we have been going away for some time. You know, we was back last episode a few weeks ago, and then we back again. We have been, having different schedules and everything, so it's really, really hard to keep up with the show. But we are doing it, and we are back because we said we were going to deliver to you, and we are here. So yes, so we welcome you to Therapy TV, where we don't just talk, we connect. Yes. Yeah, so we welcome you. Mm-hmm. So, in this season, this is our success season, where we're learning how to be successful. Mm-hmm. Yes, and we're gonna recap what we spoke about the last episode. The last episode, last episode we spoke about, are you believing in yourself? Okay. Right. And I didn't believe in myself. When I did my show, when I first started off doing my show, I did not believe in myself. And I realized that God believed in me. So, if he believed in me, then I believe in me. And then it just caused me to go ahead and write my show and do what I need to do. Self-sabotaging. Tony spoke about self-sabotaging, with adding different, having different thoughts, because what you say to yourself is very important, because you can self-sabotage yourself.
Yeah, you can. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter if anybody else says what anybody else says. You have control over your life. So Tony also spoke about that. You don't have to believe the record in your head. He mentioned that because some people have a record in their head that keeps playing over and over and over. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's what we talk about. And then the episode before that, we spoke about pursuing your dreams right where you are. So you have to, go back and check out the other episodes so that you can catch up with us. So hi everybody, whoever's watching, hello, I'm so happy that you are here, and just welcome to our show. For the new timers, we welcome you. Hi, thanks for joining us. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get this show on the road. Well, today's discussion is, who are you waiting on for success? Who are you waiting on for success? So, Tony, I'm going to go ahead and start. So, the question is, who are you waiting on for success? I remember starting my career, and I was waiting on validation and people to help me achieve my success. But it didn't work out. People didn't come through for me. So I decided to start my empire on my own and not wait for others to help me. Like Steve Harvey says, you have to jump. So I took a leap and I jumped into doing what I wanted to do and start writing my show. Now, Tony, do you have anything to add in regards to who are you waiting on for success? Do you have anything to add? Like, have you ever waited on anybody?
Well, I've had moments where I thought people were gonna come through for me when they actually didn't, and I felt like that was almost like the springboard into what I wanted to do, and it's a little disappointing, but at the same time, it's not as disappointing. More of, it makes you realize that, okay, it's going to take a little bit more efforts on my part to do what I'm supposed to do. You know, when you think it's going to be um, kind of like this glory road to where you want to go, and what you think is going to happen doesn't happen. So it's kind of it's like a reality check, a little bit of a wake up call, so to say. Then you have to switch and change up your approach to the situation. One one scenario I always like to refer back into my mind is a movie called 500 Days of Summer, and the way they filmed this particular part. There's a particular part where dude had an expectation of what was going to happen in his head with a certain situation, and then on the other side they had the reality. So I always think about that when I expect something to happen, but then the reality happens, and I always think about that one particular part of the movie because it's completely different. You have one vision in your head of what it's going to be like and how it's going to go, and then the reality is on the other side, and then it's not as similar as you think it is, you know. And then it can mess with your head for a little bit, but you have to pick yourself up and figure out how to go about doing what it is that you're going to do, you know, and just not wait on anybody to I don't want to say help you with your success, but don't look for anybody to really what's the I'm trying to think of the word.
Don't depend on anybody.
Don't depend on anybody to kind of pull you or push you into your success. Really, it's at the end of the day, it really matters about what you do. You know, it's all on you. You know, we can dream and want to be successful as we want to, but at the end of the day, it still takes effort upon us to do what it is that we want to do with anything that we are doing. So if you're waiting on anybody to kind of bring you to your success, I would say you should kind of just cut that thought and go after it with everything that you have. You know, I mean, it's good to have people help you along your way, and I don't want to say that you should be totally dependent on yourself. I mean, but you do. I mean, you have to be dependent upon yourself, but I believe when the universe or God lines up people in your life, that the right people and the right situations be put inside of your life to kind of take you to the level that you need to go. But if you just solely dependent on, oh well, this person is going to help me, or this particular situation is going to help me, then you might want to kind of change your approach and just say, okay, well, this could be an avenue, but it doesn't have to be the one way street to my success. You know,
no, be always.
You can't look at it like, okay, well, this particular situation is going to be my end all be all. This is going to be my way in the door. This is going to be the thing that's just, you know, puts the big bang on everything I want to do, you know. So you got to kind of have that reality that says, okay, well, this is one avenue that I could go down, and if that avenue doesn't work, then I gotta kind of backtrack and find another street to go down. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And the name of that movie was 500 Days of Summer.
500 Days of Summer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Called 500 Days of Summer. It's an interesting movie, but I mean, it has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
Oh, okay.
That particular part in the movie, I always thought that was interesting how that was filmed, where you had one spot where he had his expectations of what was going to happen, and then you have the reality of what really was happening. They played both of them out at the same time, so I always thought that was interesting the way that was filmed. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Do you have anything else to say?
That's all.
Okay. That's it. So you guys, you might have to ask God to bless you with an idea, and then you need to jump on it, no matter how crazy or stupid it may be. That's what I did, and I worked and started to grow, and I jumped, you know. So pretty much, that's it. I had an idea, and I jumped in it, no matter how stupid it was, and I started writing my show. Tony, do you have anything to add?
I don't know if the idea was stupid.
Okay.
I think a lot of times when we get ideas, it's the thoughts. Well, we usually when we get ideas, we tell ourselves, okay, it's possible, we can do it. Sometimes a lot of times it's what people might say to us, or they might say, well, you can't do that, or why are you going about doing that, and you really think that's going to happen? And then sometimes our own thoughts creep in and be like, can this happen for me? Can I really do this? Can I really set out on this mission that I thought about, or can I get this idea done? You know what I mean? So saying what you were saying, sometimes you just have to kind of just jump on it when the thought comes, because the thoughts will start kicking in, and then you kind of talk yourself out of it. Kind of like what we was talking about last show, self-sabotage. You kind of sabotage yourself from your own potential and your own greatness. So you get that idea, sometimes you just have to just jump on it. And it might seem, I don't want to call it stupid, but it might seem a little far-fetched. And it might seem a little unattainable at first, but you have to just kind of pound away at it piece by piece. I think a lot of times we get ideas and we think it's going to happen right away, a couple of weeks or a couple of months, that it's just going to magically manifest itself, and it takes some time and some discipline and some effort. I feel like I'm talking about the same thing I was talking about last time, about the time, the discipline, and the effort. So you got to be patient with it. In a lot of times, you got to be patient with a lot of ideas, because a lot of ideas are not gonna explode in the beginning. So you have to give it time, let it grow. Give it time, let it grow.
Okay. And also, well, we probably speak about this in another time. Yeah, you look nice today. I just wanted to tell you, you look very nice.
Thank you.
Very nice.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, you have anything else to add with that?
No, I'm done. I'm good.
Okay, you guys, I want to say this. Oh, girl boss. You see my cup, girl boss. Hold up, I have to take a drink. Okay. Now, I want to add this. During this season, this is very important because I've been through this. During this season, you may have gigs that may not come through for you. You may be looking for work, applying for grants, and doing things. You might be looking for a new job to help you make it through this season of your life while you're chasing your dreams. And you may not get that job that you thought you was going to get. You might not get that grant that you thought you was going to get to help you with your endeavors. And you may experience a hard time during this struggle of, like I said, reaching your dreams. Now, this is my message. Don't lose hope when you get denied or turned down for anything that you're looking to help you on your journey. Because God got something better for you and may even surprise you. And, one thing my husband had said to me, that the best gigs are the ones that you do not know about. Tony, I want to ask you a question. Have you ever been turned down while you were chasing your dreams, or anything, turned down for a job or turned down for anything? And how did you recover? Like, how did you, instead of being mad and angry at God, because it make you be like, why? It make you want to feel that way, So how did you recover?
You're gonna feel that way. You're gonna feel that way when when you think something is right on the edge, and you like, all right, I got it, and it's gonna happen, and then next thing you know, you get something gets thrown to the left, and you like, how in the world am I going to deal with this now? And you can't help but to be upset and be mad. And
how am I going to survive? How am I going to?
You got plans to survive, and you gotta. How you going to survive, and how you going to get this done? It's like you got to readjust, and sometimes you get tired of readjusting all the time. When you think one thing is going to go one way, and everything seems to be working out, then you get pulled to the left, or something gets thrown inside of your way. I mean, I take a line from Les Brown. That's life, and it's kind of like you have to. It's hard at first to kind of readjust. I ain't gonna say kind of, but it's hard to readjust and rearrange and move things around the way you feel like you gotta move things around, and it gets tiring. You get tired of readjusting and, you know, doing something different, and you gotta go on another path. You get tired of doing that. So is it hard to do that? Yeah, it's hard, and sometimes you might be in the funk for a few days, and you might be in the funk for a few weeks, but you have to recover. You have to recover. You can't stay there forever. Covering my mouth. I don't know if you hear me. You can't stay there forever, even though you want to stay there forever, but you have to pick yourself up as quick as possible because you can stay in that funk for a while and it can really start eating away at you. So the best advice I would tell you is if you're gonna stay in that funk, which a lot of us tend to do, something happens and knocks us on our, I can't say what I want to say, knocks us on our behind, and you get in that funk for a little bit. Now, am I saying that it's okay to stay in that funk? You're gonna get in the funk. It's gonna happen, and I think sometimes it might be a little bit necessary for you to stay in that funk for a little while, but don't stay in there forever.
Give yourself a time limit, like one day,
give yourself a time limit, or
come out.
Give yourself whatever time you need
to process those feelings.
Process it, process it and let it, filter through it. I'm not telling you to be a machine and just say, oh, it happened, so I'm going to move on and I'm going to not think about it. You're going to think about it because you're a human being. You're going to think about it, and things hurt. When it happens, it hurts, and sometimes some situations are a little bit harder to let go than other ones, but if you find yourself lingering on the situation, you got to start talking to yourself. You got to get yourself out that funk because you can't stay there forever because then it starts to eat away at you. And then once it starts eating away at you, then you find yourself not believing, and you start kind of just being like, well, what's the point? Yeah. What's the point of me fighting? What's the point of me doing this anymore?
What's the point of me having faith? And it doesn't work out.
And it don't
you
work
might
out.
Have that moment. Yeah.
What's the point of me trying to chase what I'm chasing if every door keeps slamming in my face, and it's gonna be like that, but you can't stay there too long because then it starts to eat at you, and then all them things starts to creep in and starts it starts to really make you have a negative mindset. So you have to just pick yourself up. You have to say, okay, well, I didn't get that job, or I didn't get that grant, or the person or the thing that I thought was going to come through never did come through. So if you're going to be in that funk for a little bit, but then you got to say, all right, look, I got to get it together. Just because one job turned me down don't mean another one won't turn me down. Just because one grant denied me don't mean another grant won't deny me. Just because one person didn't come through don't mean the other person's going to come through. So you have to you got to keep the train going. Even though, there's going to be a lot of obstacles and things that's going to get in our way. That's life. Obstacles, things going to get in your way, but you have to just say, okay, it slowed me down for a little bit, but all right, I gotta kick it back into gear. You know what I mean? It's just like anything in life. Things are going to get in your way. Things are going to slow you down. Things are going to make you feel like, why am I doing this? Why am I trying so hard to make something happen that don't seem like it's happening? But I'll use another quote from Les Brown: mind sight over eyesight. Basing things on what you see with your eyes is the things that we see in front of our face. Mind sight is having faith in the things that we can't see. So you don't know what's working down the line. You don't know what's working down the line. Just because you got knocked down today don't mean you're not gonna have a better opportunity down the line.
And just because you didn't get approved for a grant or anything doesn't mean that something else is not going to jump off for you.
Mm-hmm. So just keep that in mind. Just keep that in mind and keep plugging away. You gotta keep plugging away. You know what I mean? What I tend to do is if something happens to me and I stay in my funk for a little while, I'm human. I stay in my funk for a couple of days. I might be in my funk for a couple of days, but then I have to jumpstart my own engine again, and I have to start talking to myself a little aggressively. Like, yo, come on, man, you got to get it together. Nah, I don't say it like that. I'll be a little bit more aggressive, but I'm like, you got to get it together. You got to pick yourself back up, and you have to keep punching away at the situation. You have to keep going. You have to keep going. You got to find whatever it is that's going to motivate you to keep going. And I don't know what that's going to be for you, but you got to find whatever it is that's going to make you say, okay, I gotta get motivated. And in a lot of instances, you got to go a little bit harder. You know, you got to kind of give yourself a hell of a kickstart, and you got to just say, all right, just turn me down. I gotta keep punching away. I gotta keep plugging away. If one job turns you down, put in 3, 4 more applications. Don't just say, okay, well, this one job turned me down. Okay, get back online and get back up there and put in 5, 6, 7 applications. Put yourself out there. You know, grants turned you down, or you didn't get approved for a loan. Put in for some more. You know, put in for some more. I'm not saying do for a loan because I don't want your credit to get banged up.
No,
but
yeah,
you gotta keep. Y'all get what I'm saying. If you put in one, then you gotta put in double, triple time work to say, okay, I gotta make up for what turned me. I gotta make up for what didn't happen. So I gotta put in more. I gotta put more action into what I'm doing. You know what I mean? So it's like step it up some more. You know, step it up some more. And once you step it up, it does make you feel better. It does make you feel better. I feel like I'm talking. Let me stop because I feel like I'm just I'm bumping my gums again. So.
But people need to hear this. I mean, this is a talk show.
No, I feel you, but sometimes I be feeling like I'm talking too much.
No, I'm listening like to you, and somebody else needs to hear this, and they're listening too. You know, thank you for tuning in, you guys, for watching. And Sarah Blakely said, the founder of Spanx, the one that ripped out of her stocking because she felt like that she needed to get some support. So she had that idea to create Spanx to help women with their shapewear. She said the moment she realized that she was going to be successful in making it, when her business took off, she's a billionaire girl, you go girl. She said that once she started giving her own self pep talks.
Well, you gotta give yourself pep talks. You have to. You have to give yourself pep talks because it's two things. You can either be your worst enemy, or you could be your best motivational speaker to yourself. Sometimes the best motivational conversations you're gonna have are with yourself. You know what I mean? And I know I can't say that sounds crazy because I think all of us had a little nuttiness in us, for real. But as well as talking to yourself, I think it helps for you to say, I gotta do it. I gotta do this. You know what I mean? I have to do this. Whether you're losing weight or you're exercising and you're trying to lose weight, you're trying to exercise, you're trying to make yourself better, you're trying to do anything that you can for self-improvement. And sometimes the best conversations will be the conversations that you have with yourself. Sometimes you can't go to other people and look for motivation. Sometimes you got to pep talk yourself. Isn't there a gospel song like that? But sometimes you got to encourage yourself.
Sometimes you have to speak words.
Yeah, sometimes you got to push yourself to say, I really want to say what I want to say, but I can't. I really want to say what I want to say. But you got to really talk to yourself like, come on, get your stuff together. For real. Like, I got to get it together, man. And then it's like once you start saying that to yourself and really start believing in it and really just talking to yourself and saying, look, man, I'm down and out. I got to get up, man. You can't stay on the ground forever. Stay on the ground forever, then you're going to end up feeling worse than what you did when you got knocked down, which is kind of weird. I ain't going to say that's kind of weird, but if you get knocked down, you feel bad. But then it's like if you leave yourself there, you end up feeling worse. You ever do that, stay in a pity party so long, and then after a while, you like, all right, man, I can't do this no more.
Yeah, I got to. Thank God.
And then after a while, you like, wait a minute, hold on, I don't like this. I feel worse than what I did when I got knocked down. I feel horrible. Then you like, all right, I got to get up. I can't do this no more. I got to go for a walk. I got to go for a drive. I got to get some air. I got to go listen to some positive music, something that's going to make me feel upbeat. So it's like, I can't do this forever. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. It's like, okay, well, motivating yourself will be some of the best conversations that you have with yourself, because everybody that's in your life ain't going to be the most motivational people in the world. And I think we all know that from some of the people we have in our life. They're not going to be some of the best people we can talk to when things ain't looking too great. So sometimes we got to talk to ourselves and say, hey, look, I can't talk to this person. I can't talk to this person. Let me talk to myself. You know what I mean? So
Mm.
I feel like I start going to the left again.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. My bad.
Okay.
My bad.
No, you're fine. Well, pretty much you have to you got to learn how to bounce back. Pretty much.
Yeah.
That's pretty much you got to learn how to bounce back.
That's exactly what it is.
That's
bounce
it.
Back.
You got to bounce back.
You hit the floor, boom, bounce back up. Might take a little longer than some people or some situations, but you got to bounce back.
So, like I said, do not lose hope. Keep doing what you're doing. If God does not come through for you,
He will.
Like He told me before, He said, if you do not get the things that you want, it's because it was not in your best interest. So it got something else that He got something even better for you.
That's a hard thing to believe, though. Sometimes. That's a hard thing to believe. Sometimes.
What is it?
When you get denied something, and then you like,
and you really thought it was
really
going to
thought
work
it was for you, and you like, you come on, man, for real.
But who knows? What if God is testing you, testing your faith, and to see if you gonna still be with me, even though I didn't give you what you wanted right there, but I got something even better for you. But are you gonna stick with me? Are you gonna hang with me? Are you really with me?
Yeah, it's hard. It's
think about it. You might be hurting for a moment.
It's hard.
You might be hurting for a moment, but I got something else.
It's hard.
I got something else. Just stick with me. I got something else.
It's hard though. I mean, it do come, but it does come through. You don't know when. That's the thing. You don't know when though. It's hard though. When you think that thing is like, this,
and you
this
know it's for you,
and then you get denied. You like, for real?
But my husband told me that the best thing is when it's unexpected.
It is when it's unexpected because you don't really see it coming, and then when it does come, you got no choice but to show up, and magically you do show up. So when you don't expect it coming, and all of a sudden, boom, out of the blue, it just happens, and you like, okay. And then it's like at that moment, you don't have time to think. You gotta act. You don't have no time to eat. You gotta act. So whether if you got denied for a job, and then another one call you, and you like, oh wait, I gotta start talking, and then funny thing, you go right into action. You'll go right into action like autopilot. You'll go right into it like, oh, all right, cool beans. Worked out anyway. You know what I mean? So you might not, you don't see it at the moment, but then when it does happen, then you like, oh, all right, well, yeah, it is something else. It is something else out there for me, which goes back to what I said earlier, that even when you get knocked down, you gotta push harder. You know what I mean? So like I said, if you get denied something, you just gotta say, all right, cool, I gotta keep pushing, because it's something else out there. So you just gotta keep going, even when you can't see it. And half the time you're not gonna be able to see it. Not when you in the phone, you ain't gonna be able to see it. So you have to just say, all right, I have to punch through there. I have to get through this mud.
There is light at the end of the tunnel. There is another day.
Yeah.
You know, God bless you before, and He will do it again.
You might not be
may not be the same as you thought.
Yeah.
It might not be the way that you thought you wanted it to go.
Well, it might not be the way you wanted it to go.
Yeah.
But something else will prevail. So.
Yeah. Anything else? Okay, that's it for that. So we're moving on to the next segment, inspirational moment. Now, why do you think it is important to spread love? Why do you think it's important to spread love?
Spread love.
Well,
I don't know if y'all remember that old song by Take Six, but every time I hear "Spread Love," I always think about that song. I don't know what happened to that group. They probably still around, but I don't know. Anyway, sorry.
Are you okay? It is good to spread love to people because God created us in love, and He blesses us when we show love to others. How can you show love? You can show love, first of all, through a smile, a gift, a hug, and a phone call or a text message. And by being gentle to them. God will give you favor over your life by spreading love. And that's pretty amazing. All right, Tony, do you have anything to add with spreading love? Or you know how do you spread love to people?
No, it's kind of like what you
just like what I just said.
What you just said.
Okay. Okay, so it is time for our Amazon picks and for the books of the season. So the first book is Unstoppable. Check out Unstoppable by Lakita T. Sharp. She believed she could do it, and so she did. She experienced obstacle after obstacle. She went from working retail to owning her own company. So check out this book. This is Amazon, first Amazon pick. All right, Tony, can you go over the next book?
The next book I have is a book by Tyler Perry, which is called Higher is Waiting. And I have to look at the title because I always want to say Higher is Learning. So it's called by Tyler Perry, called Higher is Waiting. It's just a story about how he's pretty much come up through doing what he has to do, doing what ultimately he prepared himself to do. And congratulations to him because I think he's got his studio bigger now.
Yeah, he has
some new wings to his studio.
A huge studio. Like congratulations,
congratulations to him.
Congratulations.
His continued success, and hopefully he keeps on doing what he has to do. But this is part of his success as well. This book, High is Learning. High is Waiting. See, there I go again. High is Waiting. And then we have another pick by Lakita T. Sharp, which is I think it's new on the market, of how to be a successful entrepreneur. So when is this going out? Or
it's already out.
It's already out. Yeah. So this is another book that we kind of just wanted to squeeze in there and
how to be a successful entrepreneur.
Since we're talking about this is our success season, so we are pushing this as well. So how to be a successful entrepreneur. So check it out.
All right. So let's hold up all three books again.
Okay. I think we're gonna disappear out of the frame, but okay. So you got Unstoppable. Okay. And we have Higher is Waiting.
Okay.
And then let me block me. Then I have
these are the Amazon picks.
So these are the picks, you know, that we are going to pretty much be closing out the season with.
Right. Yeah. All right. Well, if you have a question for me, Mrs. Wonderful, or Tony, please shoot us an email at ksharpkids@gmail.com. That's ksharpkids@gmail.com. And don't forget to subscribe
to our channel.
Yeah.
Hit the like button if anything we talked about, not only just in this video, but any other video that you watch to be numerous. How many seasons we have? 6, 7?
6. I think it's 6.
Even through the other seasons.
Plus a few more episodes, because some of those seasons wasn't considered seasons. There's a few videos that's like not part of seasons, so we have 6 plus.
You put it like this. Yes. If you like the Miss Wonderful Show, hit the like button on any episode that you like and subscribe to the channel so you can get some more content and we can keep on helping y'all out and giving y'all what we're learning. So it's all a learning process. We learn things and pay it forward. So same things we learn, we want to pass it on to y'all. So hopefully we said something that resonated with your soul, and then y'all can pass it on to somebody else. So pay it forward. You know, it's all energy. So we spread it around. So we get it, y'all get it, and then y'all pass it. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, we welcome you again to our show. Thank you all for tuning in. If you saw us on Facebook, we thank you for tuning in, and Instagram followers who have tuned in to the Miss Wonderful Show, we welcome you. YouTube, we welcome you too.
Your cat is noisy.
Oh yeah,
Cat talks a lot. She's very noisy.
Yes, the studio cat named Jasmine.
She's very noisy.
Yes.
But this ain't the first time, but anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Mm-hmm. Well, as always, stay cool.
Stay cool.
Stay smooth.
Stay smooth.
And stay marvelous.
Marvelous.
God loves you. God loves me. God loves everybody. God loves you. God loves me. God loves everybody.
signing off as always.